Hey everybody, and welcome back to some more Library of Ruina. I appreciate all the feedback on the last episode, and I do apologize if it seemed a little rushed. I was, well, in a rush. We got back from our vacation, I'll call it a vacation, but after running 19.3 miles over the course of 3 days, I'm a little tired. We also got our little bitty kitten spayed today, honestly, when I'm doing this recording, so there's just a lot going on, so if I have to get up and have multiple cuts during this one, I do apologize. We just gotta make sure she's safe and sound. Unfortunately, has to wear a suit for 10 days, so that's going to be fun while she recovers. But anyway, I digress. Let's go ahead and move on into here. So we are in Urban Plague, and you guys mentioned that we can go ahead and do general reception, so I am going to work on a little bit of that just to see what we can get out of that. We haven't used that mechanic yet, so I do want to check it. I did kind of, before starting this recording, I did check in the library here, and I did click on Kevin, just an example, and like look at this new mechanic that we have. I know I kind of skipped it last time, and there's not really anything that I want to focus on at the moment. And we could technically do Pierre's page, which would be pretty decent, but I kind of want to get more of these before we start using them and before we kind of just put them in willy-nilly. Maybe we could do the carnival and it can, gain 2 strength if an ally dies, but ideally we don't want that to happen. So right now, I'm going to leave that alone, and we're just going to check out some general pages. You guys have kind of given me some hints. You haven't told me exactly what it is, but some hints towards what we want to kind of look for. And honestly, we might want to try an Urban Plague one. Now, that would require us, I believe, to use all of these, which I don't know if we necessarily want to do, but we don't necessarily need these either. So, if we use 1, 2, oh, actually, no, we can only use, I see. So we only have 3 Urban Plague pages. So I'm wondering, because this is technically a, well, no, that's an Urban Legend right here. So maybe we want to save these. You guys did say if we use 1, so if, take out Book of Una and we use Book of the Carnival, it would have a really good bleed set. So I don't know, maybe we can check this out. But yeah, like I said, I want to check out the mechanic. It looks like we have 2 acts here, so we're going to send the invitation. We're going to see what happens. Don't know what this is, but it is a general reception. So send a general invitation is an achievement that we got here. And what in the world is all of this? Rusted chain links. Open wound, deal 1 damage against enemies with bleed. Okay, so, ooh, wow, that's some crazy health there if we get those pages. That'd be kind of nice, because, I mean, we can see here that, yeah, we are using, oh, no, Kevin, get back in here. We are using some older pages here. We want to get some better ones here and there. You're soft, here's my chance. So, yeah, just some extra bleed damage across the board. Looks like on these, there's a lot of bleed hit. So right now, I'm going to use Malkuth's team at the moment. I really want to try to use these teams more. And this is one thing I've got to understand. I've been doing some research over time, kind of while I was gone over the weekend, and kind of trying to understand a little bit more, try to look at like some example builds during this time of the game. So I kind of got an idea of where I want to go, but as always, if you guys have any feedback, please let me know down below. But like I said, before we jump into this, leaving a like, comment, you guys know the drill. It does help these videos out. But let's go ahead and jump into this Urban Plague general reception. So we have Rusted Chains. Don't know how this is going to go. We, of course, have some pretty decent stuff going on. Of course, now that we've got 3s and all that, we have, someone to second Malkuth. But luckily, Malkuth is pretty decent at kind of defending herself. So we have 2 to 4, 1 to 8. This one is going to be 1 to 5. We want to ideally have that evade hit. But I think I might go for this. We could use Flaming Bat. And honestly, actually, yeah, Flaming Bat may be pretty good. So we'll do that instead. We can see these guys are kind of weak to slashing and piercing. We don't have a ton of it, but we can use like focus strikes with Kevin. That's going to use all of his light. So maybe we don't want to start off that strong. We can use some of this. No one is attacking Kevin, and maybe I could pull. No, I can't pull you off. And it doesn't really matter who we go for here, because they are all kind of the same. We could do technically a clash there and have that going on. We could use Flaming Bat, but I don't know. I think that's fine at the moment. Yeah, and then let's see here. Focus strikes, flaming. Yeah, we'll do focus strikes again. I'm just gonna focus on this one entirely and just see what happens. I did not turn on my stuff, and quick thing is on, so it's fine. Flaming bat hit, good. Weak point. Let me make sure we turn that off. And then in the next one, oh no, it just goes through. Perfect. So we'll just kind of smack you against the wall there. Malkuth. Wow, Malkuth is getting absolutely obliterated. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Turn on our stuff. Okay. Let's see where we're going here. Bong Bong's being attacked this time by all of them. I would say, yeah, let's, we don't have any light. We'll do Flaming Bat again. And then Kevin, we just really need Kevin to do a lot of damage. Once again, Kevin only has 1 light. We could do Flaming Bat as well, but no one's attacking Kevin. Don't think we can pull them away though. I'm gonna take that off, grab you. I don't want to just save Kevin's life for right now. Now, Malkuth, we can go ahead and do a full-on assault and make sure Bong Bong hopefully defends here. Nope, but it's weak, so it's fine. We got to evade, and then we smack back. Got some more flame on them. Max damage. Oh, boy. If we can get a stagger, that'd be great. Malkuth should get a stagger here. Oh, oh, golly. Okay, that's fine. Max damage on Bong Bong, that's okay. Granted, we're going to have to probably switch because then we have 2 acts in this. All dice gain 1 power to a clash. All dice lose 1 power on a one-sided attack. Let's see here. One hit inflict 1 to 3 burn on the attacker and get a buff. Yeah, let's do that. And I'm going to put that on Kevin. Don't think Malkuth may make it through this. I'm not entirely sure. The Stone Reception seems to be a little bit tougher than I anticipated, but that seems to be the kind of the general consensus. My builds are not very good at the moment, which makes a lot of sense. We just need to do a little bit better, in my opinion. All right, so we have a lot of defense and evade going on. We're not really worried about that. We're going to completely just try to flash on that. Malkuth is being attacked. What do we got here? We have a 1 to 5 defense and a 4 to 7 on that. I think I might try and go for that evade if possible. We're going to get a 1 to 6 evade. Granted, I think we'll try the fence, I believe. Yeah, we'll go for the fence. And we'll do a focus strikes on you, try to get you broken. Or maybe get a clash force. Perfect. Good. Oh, no. Bong Bong got staggered. Okay, it's fine. Got the evade. Oh, and okay. Malkuth got staggered too. What's this thing going swell, is it? All right. Well, this one should die. Very good. And we got a Book of Rusted Chain Link obtained, which is great. We have 2 staggered. Yeah, 2 staggered librarians, which is not great, but Kevin is full on this. So we could probably use, if we could get them to, no, I don't think there's going to be any way for us to get them on us. Yeah, I think Malkuth might be dead. And once again, that's just me. I've got to get builds working way better than what we've got here. And I mean, they are kind of resistant. So maybe we need to bleed build ourselves, man. I mean, I got some good pages last episode too, so maybe we should have used those. We could use a fence, because this is going first. So actually, we may want Kevin to use a fence on this. So 3 to 4. We can technically do that, so we can try to clash that, and then we'll just kind of go for an all-out assault there. Not much we can do about the others, I think. Yeah, Malkuth is gone. And even Bong Bong might be gone, in all honesty. Which would not be great. We broke through that, and broke through that. Yeah, I don't think we got enough. We don't have enough damage here. Yeah, I mean, let's go ahead and put warm hugs on Kevin. I think Kevin's gonna be our bet to get through this. Let's see, Kevin's being attacked twice, so we have a 3 to 7 and a 3 to 7. We have some evade there. 1 to 6, 3 to 4. We can do Flaming Bat. We definitely want clashes. And I guess we'll try for a fence as well. We'll try to clash with that one. I mean, granted, it looks like they're... Okay, we endured, though, because of the hugs. Perfect. And then we'll clash back. Got some of that extra damage. Yeah, and the teddy bear is really helping a lot on that. All right, so fence did good. Bong Bong. Did I even select anything for Bong Bong? Did I just leave Bong Bong alone? I think I did. Oh, boy. So we have a good... Yeah, wow. Yeah, let's do that. Let's try to evade that if possible. The blunt damage doesn't really do a lot for us, so we might try for the piercing. And honestly, they are attacking this die. I think I might try to... Yeah, let's try to go for you. Try to get some piercing damage off. And then we have a 1, so yeah, we'll try to do a fence on that. If that does anything for us. We are definitely going to evade that. And then pierce. Good. Normal damage. Pierce back. Good. Get them against the wall. Should evade. Yep, perfect. We won that clash. Good. All right. Things are okay. Footfalls when a librarian HP is at 20% or lower, deal 30% of the target's max HP as damage. Yeah, we're going to put that on Bong Bong, I think. Bong Bong is kind of... Well, I mean, that's kind of a universal passive there, so no worries. We have 1 attacking Bong Bong, 1 attacking Kevin. This is going to be a 1 to 5 and a 4 to 7. I'm going to put that on there. And then we have 3, so we want to just kind of assault that guy if we can. Bong Bong has a lot of abilities here, so we're going to use Taste My Flaming Bat, and that's pretty much it. Deflect, perfect, and then evade, and then put some flame on him. Deflect, perfect. Wow, I'm actually surprised that went through. And then we got some flame, and this guy should die. Okay, perfect. All right. Man, we still have 1 act after this. We're going to have to use a different set of librarians, too. Yeah, I mean, Kevin doesn't have really much there, so we're just going to throw that there. They're clashing. That's fine. We want to try to put maximum output on damage. We do know that piercing is a little bit better, so we'll just go for that piercing damage right there, I believe. We're not going to clash, though. It's fine. I just try to break through that. But Kevin is... Ooh. Okay, Clash, good. Actually got through that. Perfect. We actually got some good amount of burn on you. Well, not good amount. We have burn 1. All right, Kevin, come on, get... Oh, Kevin is out of pages. And then we'll just go for that all-out assault for the maximum amount of damage. Of course, you know, if I should have looked at what the enemy was doing, attacking Bong Bong, but, you know, it's fine. It's been a long day, guys. You know, my brain's not working at full capacity. Oh, Kevin. Oh, boy, this is not going to be good. But the thing is, Kevin has Teddy Bear. Kevin is, and also we're putting burn damage. Kevin is extremely resilient. We really need pages for our other librarians, in all honesty. We really, really need them. Yeah, get out of here. This is my house. All right. So we did get some pages. The emotion level was extremely high for that act. All right, so for this next act, we have to use a different floor. We need to make sure they're built out very well. I'm going to try to maybe use that discard build you guys said, because it looks like we have Jakan here. And this looks like a crazy page. Wow. Okay, so what do we have? He has a speed dice slot, of course. We have an open wound, deal 1 damage against enemies with bleed. Dice gain +1 power for every 5 stacks of bleed on self. Okay, so it's a do bleed to yourself build. I think you guys mentioned that. And if they have bleed, they take extra stagger damage. Okay. So here's my chance. We want to no, that's just going to be automatically used. Inflict 1 bleed on self. Inflict bleed to self. Inflict 1 bleed to self in the next scene. Okay, okay. All right, so a lot of bleed on self. So the more damage we do to him, the more damage he does to himself as well. So we want to take him out as quickly as possible. We really don't want to use this if we don't have to. Odd's team could be decent. We do have somewhat of a discard build going on here. And I think I want to update this a little bit. We want to try to avoid using older pages. So I'm going to go in here. I'm going to try to make this just a little bit better. Okay, so these builds are kind of all over the place, but I'm going to try it. So we got a little bit of a burn and kind of defensive build for Hod. Using, what was his name? I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but the guy that we fought in the last episode. And then we kind of a discard build here. It's kind of like one that I've seen, but I'm pretty sure I'm missing some passives to make it work, but we're going to try it at least. Using this effectively, I'm probably going to get it done the first time, but I'm going to try my best. And then Yui, we have, let's see, we have Sunset Blade, Eject, Butterfly Slash, Flash Step, Feast, Handle Request. This is kind of all over the place, but I'm trying to avoid anything that gives bleed just because they kind of thrive on that. In the same instance, I'm thinking, well, maybe if we apply more bleed, they'll die faster, but, you know, we can just do burn for that. So trying to use pages that are in the part of Urban Plague or Urban Myth and stop using these kind of older ones. I think my problem is you guys mentioned, like, hey, you're using some older ones that are probably not usable. So we're using a lot from Urban Plague and Urban Myth at the moment. So we're going to try this for Hod's team. Is it going to work? I don't know. We'll find out, but hopefully they don't die. All right, so let's go begin the stage play and see what happens. So here we go. We have 3 employees with 2 speed dice slots. So what do we got here? We have someone going for Yui first. And I really need to get these guys' names changed to people who have requested it. So we have inflict bleed in the next scene, 1 bleed in the next scene. So, I mean, there's nothing we could do really about this other than try and clash. We do have some really high rolls, but the thing is actually getting those high rolls because they can be a 1 as well. So, you know, we could try to go for Sunset Blade and see if we can clash with that. If not, well, there's what we can do. We're going to do Flash Step and just try to get him burned. Yeah, like I said, I want to get him down as soon as possible. This one, they're, of course, using a pretty strong attack there. We have a 3d8 shield. We would like to use a Clash, but right now, we'll use the 2 protection to allies because that is a fast dive. So we'll go ahead and get that used. And then we'll just use Flash Step to take out... no, we already used our light, so that's fine. All right, so here we go. Discard build. Use discard a page with the lowest cost. That would get rid of Stay Calm. Draw a page upon discarding this page. So yeah, I mean, that makes sense to me. We don't want to use Daring Decision just yet because that discards all of our pages. So let's see here. I want to go ahead and attack this guy. And you guys said Tab would sometimes change the targets if it kind of does that weird, what's it called? The thing where it kind of switches targets, in all honesty. And then we use Gamble on, I guess, you to go ahead and try and clash with that. So let's see how this works out. Probably not going to work out too well, but we're going to try it. Yep, too. That's kind of what I thought. Clash, though, and then we'll get some burn on you. Perfect. All right, so we got through that. Got a Gamble. Excellent. Oh, okay, we blocked that. Good. And then, wow, that is a massive amount of damage. I think that's because of some of our extra abilities. And, of course, using Flash Step and getting a lot of burn on you, which is great. Max damage. And there we go. They're enduring, though. The The thing about those is that, you know, they are kind of enduring the block damage. So it's really used for clashes. I probably should have saved them as such, but that's fine. All right, so we're being attacked again, 3 to 7, 3 to 6. Inflict 3 bleed to self. All dice on this page gain +2 power. We can see here that he's got some stuff stacked on him, so, you know, he's dying. Not fast, but he's dying. What can we do in this case? Well, we have a 5 to 7 defense die. It could possibly get through it, and we also could possibly clash with his next one, but he's going to get some extra power, which is not going to be great. We use Butterfly Slash to try to get some extra burn on him, so I'm going to try to go for that. And then, or we could do the reduced power first. That is a thing, but we have to win the clash. Yeah, we have to win the clash, though. And it's gonna be, I think I'd rather go ahead and try to defend ourselves with, what was I defending ourselves with? I think I was doing this feast. So yeah, then we can actually possibly get some recover on that. And then we're not reducing the power. And let's just go for Butterfly Slash on that. So that should be pretty decent. Draw a page upon discarding this page, and then Daring Decision. We're gonna draw a card if we use this, so let's go ahead and use Daring Decision. It's gonna be a pretty heavy attack, so I'm just gonna go ahead and throw that on you. And then we're not gonna use Stay Calm, that's gonna get discarded. And then inflict 1 burn. Yeah, I mean, we can go just crazy with a burn. Sunset Blade. Granted, we only have 1, so we can do Handle Request, and we just inflict 1 burn, or Flash Step, or Flash of Sun Up. Oh, Stabes. Oh, Stabes. You silly, non-eloquent person. All right, anyway. Frontal dodge. We're just going to throw this on there and see what happens. Hopefully it works somewhat well. All right, so we're going to go through that. Not enough stagger, but we are getting damage off of him. Yeah, I figured that was going to be what happened. Ooh, but we clashed, which is good. And then max damage. Excellent. So we got 3 burn on you. Awesome. Ooh, max damage on Hostile, but that's okay. Max damage, but he is bleeding bad. Did we clash? Oh, we're clashing. Oh, and stagger deflect. Excellent. All right, so fatal. This guy, yeah, we're doing really good this round. All right, so slash dice gained 1 to 3 power, take 2 to 5 stagger damage when a slash attack does not connect. Ooh, I don't know about that yet. All right, look of the day. We're gonna make this work this time. I'm gonna do it right. I'm putting it on hide. I'm gonna make sure it works right. I did it once. I did it right once last time and didn't do it again. Oh, we are gonna go for Daring Decision. This guy is weak, so I think that should be enough to take him out. If not, well, that's on me. But the burn should help with that as well, so I'm going to try to go for the others here. We are clashing, so let's go ahead and take a look at what we've got. We have a 3 to 7, 3 to 6. We can do clash win. Yeah, I think that'd be good. And so the next time, Hodge should be able to do a lot of damage. And then we'll just go ahead and inflict some burn as well. So we're going to go for that. Okay, so wait, hang on. Yeah, so we want to do, instead, we want to take you out. And we want to do on clash win, because that'll switch over to that. Perfect. And then we want to make sure we get that burn on you. Ooh. That's not exactly what I wanted. Interesting. It's feeling a little silly haha right now, so let's go ahead. Sunset Blade? That's clashing. But if I put it on here... Yeah, that's what I want. All right, perfect. All right, so now we have eject, reduce power of current die by 1. So yeah, we'll do that. Piercing. And then we'll just go for inflict 2 burn on you. And then that is looking like... And I forgot about Shylock. Oh, that's the bad one. All right. Well, that's my own fault. I just completely already forgot about it. One day I'll learn. One day. Will it be in this episode? Hopefully. And then that'll be the fatal. So we got Book of Jakan. Awesome. Piercing effect. Clash, good. Deflect, good. And then get some burn on you. Perfect. All right. So we have red shoes at the start of the scene. Each enemy is allured at 50% chance. Allured enemies prioritize this librarian as target and deal 2 to 4 damage with attacks. Gain 1 to 2 power and clashes against allured enemies. I'm not sure about that one yet. Block dice gain 1 to 2 power. Deal plus 2 to 7 on a deflect. Yes, please. Let's go put that on Yui. Is that Yui? Yeah, I think so. All right. So yeah, perfect. So if we do a deflect here, 1 to 5, and we're just gonna reduce the power. We'll still do an eject there, and we're not gonna do anything. All right, Stabes. Remember this time, Shylock. We have a 1 to 5, 4 to 7. Yes. Or we give 2 endurance. We have 2 attack. We have 2 effective die. We'll do that. All right. So when we hit the spacebar, remember. I think it's when we hit the spacebar in this one. I'm gonna. Oh, hostile has no. Okay. I guess we'll just go for a hit. Sure. Why not? All right, so we're waiting for the look to change. That's the one. All right, so yeah, there we go. We locked in the look. All right, got it this time. Flash, good. Max damage. No, it's not going to do much because it's a blunt, but it's okay. I got a 5 on that. And then, of course, we're going to just put in a massive amount of burn on you. So 5 burn. Great. And I don't think Hostile is going to get card. Well, no, you do. Discard all pages. We don't have any pages to discard, so, you know, we're just going to go for it. The Hostile's doing that. You are attacking Hostile now, though. I don't think Tab is working at the moment. Let's see. Minna is now in front of me, so I'm having a trouble seeing. That's fine. Okay. What do we want to do on this? We can give 2 endurance to all allies, or we just inflict burn. I'm just going to inflict burn on you. These cause 0 for me, so we're just going to go for the burn. Recover 2 HP. Not really an HP to recover, so we're going to save that light. We're just going to throw it on you. So you guys said there's a way to switch targets with Tab, but so far I'm not seeing it. But we're going to lock it in. I forgot to lock in. I think we got neutral on Shy Look. Max damage, perfect. So now we're just going to... Yeah, you're gone. You're done. We got a neutral face. You know, sometimes you just get lucky. All right, deflect, perfect. And then another couple of damage. Those are... What, did both of them die from the burn? I think they did. When using a page, all block dice on that page gain power equal to the number of defensive dice on said page. Oh, sure. I think we're done, though. Gonna put that on Hod. Oh, no, you have barely any health left. All right. And we barely have any pages left, so we're just gonna kind of throw whatever we can at you. Yeah, just throw that at you. There's gotta be a skill to help you get pages back. Because, you know, we can see... Can we actually see where our deck is? I think we can somewhere. I'm not entirely sure. I think it's right. I think that's it. List of effects applied during battle. I don't know. Emotion coins, I don't think that's important yet. Don't think anyone has emotion coins. Yep, all right. Let's just go for attack on bleed, or on burn. Do that, I think that should be fine. Yeah, you're gonna hit us. That's okay. We're gonna stagger you and then most likely kill you. And see you later. All right, so that fight was much, much easier. Probably because we had a much better build to deal with it. So that means I need to upgrade Malkuth's and Kevin's team. Current call for the reception of Rested Chains. All right, well, there's our first general reception down. We gained Book of Lobotomy Corporation as well. Look at all of those pages. Wow, we have tons of Book of Chacons. Actually, by tons, I mean 2, but, you know, it's fine. All right, excellent. Well, let's go ahead and close the curtains. No story to look at. Invitation. Nope. Burn books. And let's go ahead and take a look. I'm going to save 2 of these, of course. And then we're just going to throw in as many as I can and save 2. There we go, burn books. Those are some Urban Plague books as well, so we can use those to do even more general receptions. So what do we got? We've got Rusted Chain Links. I didn't get Chacon's page, which is unfortunate. So we didn't get the double dice out of that. But we did get a lot of pages out of it. Not entirely sure if we're going to use a lot of this, but yeah, you never know. All right, so now that we've done that, I don't know if I'm strong enough to try this. And I want to check, but you guys said... So we have Chain Link. We have Jacon, and we have Carnival. Am I gonna die because of this? So I feel like we only have 1. It looks like it only has 1. You know what? Sure. Let's send the invitation and let's just see what it's like. Okay. I think I've made a mistake. This looks incredibly dangerous. Hanafuda. Yeah, this looks good. 78, 35, 2 to 5. You're weak to blunt damage, though, which is good for us. Because we actually have an okay amount of blunt. You endure slashing, but are weak to the... So piercing and blunt damage. I like your alpha, too. I kind of want those. I want lots of these, actually. So do we want Hod's team, or do we want Kevin's team? I think Kevin's team. Kevin's team is incredibly... Or not, sorry, Hod's team is incredibly strong with Evan and Yui. I thought this was Hostile. Where's Hostile at? I thought we had Hostile in here. Oh, there's Hostile. This is Evan. Sorry, Evan. All right, so we have defensive dice, which is good. Let's see what they do. If character discards a page, draw 1 page at the start. Ooh. Okay, so this is good for our discard. Draw 1 page at the start of the next scene. If the character discards a page, restore 1 light at the end of the scene. I see. So this is going to be good for our page or our discarding. Can we win as we are? There's 4 of them. And I'm going to be honest, I don't think we can. I think we need to unlock some other librarians. This is going to be an incredibly tough fight for us. And I can go ahead and go back. I can go, yeah, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back. That is good to know though, because that is incredibly strong. So I think what I want to do is now that we've got some general receptions out of the way, we could go ahead and do another one of those chain link battles if we really wanted to, and try to get Jacon's page so we have something really, really good. And I think I might do that because I can do some farming without you guys having to watch. So we can use one buck of Jacon. I just want to see if we can get it. Just, you know, let's gamble a little bit. And what do we got? Nope, no Jacon page. Okay, to confirm. What are we missing out of that? So we have 2 out of 2, and we still have a good bit to go. So what I think I might do is I might go for a general invitation again. I might just try to get that bleed set. So we'll do Book of Rusted Chain Link with one of, oh wait. Oh, okay, I thought there was 2 Jacons. That was kind of wild. All right, and then we'll send invitation. Send that. What I need to do is I need to update these guys, and I really need to just get more. We need to get some better things for all of our librarians. Right now, I think I'm using a good bit of Hot and Malkuth. Yeah, Malkuth. I would technically have, I mean, Roland, they need an upgrade too, but we don't have a lot of pages that can give us the, you know, the double dice slot. So, you know, we have these guys, but they don't even do that. We have Remembrance. But then I can see where, you know, if we have Jacon's page, we can add the benefits of these guys' pages to his. So I can see how that is really, really good. But yeah, we only have a couple pages that lets us get the extra speed die. So we want to make sure that we kind of focus on that. So I think what I'll do is I'll kind of go back in here. I'll try to make these guys' pages a little bit better. And then we will try to fight them again and move on. So I'm going to do that real quick and then probably just go ahead and do a quick battle. I'll kind of update you guys what I come up with Malkuth, Kevin, and Bong Bong, and then we'll go from there. I do, like I said, I do want to use these guys a little bit more, like Meatbag, Netzak, and Georgia. Once again, I got to name you guys. So I'll be sure to do that as soon as I can. And I actually probably will do it during the cut. But yeah, I mean, I want to use more of your teams, like, because, you know, you guys are named in this game. I want to make sure you're used. So I'm going to get to work, and then I'll kind of update you guys of what I've done during the skip. Okay, so the only thing I really did to this team was I changed Bong Bong completely. Bong Bong now goes for a bleed build. I've got some of the carnival cards in here just to help with inflicting bleed and also recovering, in all honesty. There should be 2 recoveries in here just because we are applying bleed to self, so having some recovery, I think that's pretty good. And then one thing I'm going to say is Yui, for all intents and purposes, is actually Mitoru. Mitoru requested to be on this floor. And if I am wrong about that, because you were trying not to spoil anything, please let me know down below and I'll get you in the right one. But for right now, for all intents and purposes, Yui is Mitoru. I just need to change it. Can't change it to the screen. I would have to go all the way back. So otherwise, I'm going to go through this fight. I'm not going to kind of bore you guys with it. You've already seen this fight before, so I'm going to try to beat it on my own time. And I'll see you guys when I'm done. Okay, so we have had a successful fight. Unfortunately, Malkuth's team did not make it through it, but Hod's team did. So, what happened is I accidentally used Hod's team in the first act, and then I used Malkuth's team in the second act, and they died in the second act, and then we cleaned it up with Hod's team. So, all ends well as nothing well. Anyway, let's go ahead and say burn books, and we want to check out Book of Jacon. I think for all intents and purposes, I'm going to go for 3 of them. Yeah, sure. And then we're just going to go and use as many of these as I think. We have, what? Not entirely sure. We'll go down to 2 for right now. Yeah, 2 should be fine. And we'll see what we can get out of that. Probably max all those bleed pages, and we can probably make a pretty decent bleed build. Bong Bong did very well for what we had. So we have 3 Jacon pages. Perfect, so we can equip that with Bong Bong. And we can have a pretty decent build now. And like I said, Yui is going to be, I believe, Mitoru. Well, we actually, Vicky, Mitoru requested Vicky. So I'm going to get this Yui customized real quick, and then we will move forward. Okay, there's Vicky, very composed with long black hair as you requested. Hopefully this is the right floor. I think you said the third floor, which I believe was Hod's. So no, I actually want to save this. So we'll complete. There's Vicky. Welcome to the library. So we have Hod, Evan, and Vicky on this floor. And like I said, I kind of want to... Oh, I thought it just changed all of our stuff. Anyway, we have them on this floor now. So very, very good. And what I want to look at is actually... I want to go to Malkuth and look at Bong Bong here. And what we want to do is change Bong Bong's page because we have 3 Jacon pages. So we can use a good bit of this. And we have plenty of bleed. So look at all this. So we have speed dice, dice gain, 1 power for every 5 stacks of bleed on self, 1 damage against enemies with bleed, and 1 stagger with enemies with bleed. So I mean, this is gonna be kind of crazy. So what I want to do is I could say tailoring. We'll have one of those just for the amount of damage.
The now die, we'll go ahead and say that will inflict 5 bleed. So these are really good to have early on. Of course, we only have one of them, so we'll at least include it. Inflict 1 bleed, sure, we'll have 2 head-to-heads. Inflict 3 bleed to self in the next scene. So yeah, these are actually pretty decent. Just because, well, I pressed the wrong button. Of course I did. These can be pretty decent because we're getting bleed honest to get this this extra power bonus, and then we can use the what is it, the feast here to recover 2, which would be very, very handy for this. We'll have some defense just in case. Now, honestly, we can have one of these as well for more recovery. I mean, we're doing a lot of bleed to ourselves, and a lot of our attacks are coming from these. I should probably maybe have some lower attacks, but for right now, I think this is pretty good. We have one that inflicts 5. We have 2 inflict 1s, and we have. Did I not include the inflict 3? I didn't. So I want to try to recovery. So instead of that, we'll have like, instead of 1 frontal dodge, maybe we'll get, here's my chance, that'll get inflict 3. We'll try to go for something like that for Bong Bong. So save current setup. We'll just call this like a bleed build for right now. Say, you know, bleed. There we go. And then we'll just have that save. Perfect. Now, is there any... So what I want to take a look at here is I want to take a look at the passives. So are there anything on these that these don't have? So open wound, twist wound, no, they do have these. All right, perfect. So maybe you want to look for something for recovery. So if I'm looking for something for recovery, I'm pretty sure we had them at some point. Recover 3 HP when a character discards a page. Okay, well, we're not discarding, so that's not going to work. Flash stagger damage, slash damage, no. On clash, boost the max value of the next die, no. Blunt damage, I mean, sure, maybe. But winning a recover 1 HP, you know, that could be something. And we can see that these don't attribute to the cost. Oh, but here we go, Pierre's page. Yeah, that could be really good. So we'll say we'll have Pierre's page. We're not wanting to look at slash damage really. Let's see, recover 2 HP at the start of each scene. I mean, yeah, I mean, that could help us just kind of stay healthy. So I think I'm going to do that. We're going to confirm that. And will you save your changes to finish editing the key page? Yes. So if we look at that, we should have... Did that work? It did. Okay, so attributed. Can I revert? Oh. Cancel? Yes. I think I'm kind of missing... Do I add it here? Okay, hang on. I got to figure this out. Ah, there we go. Okay, so we just had to click on them. Cost 6 of 6, so we can say instant cooking and emergency rations. I don't know, to me that makes sense. Oh, and we also got an achievement for that. Inherited power, transfer a passive ability. So yeah, that to me that makes a lot of sense for this kind of build. I mean, look at all those stats. Yeah, this is okay. I can see where we're getting into the meat of the game now. Editing pages. Oh boy, Bong Bong is going to be a force to be reckoned with. So what we want to do now is maybe even work on the next invitation of the general invitation before we jump into this. Or we can just kind of work on one of these and kind of go for it. I don't, you know, register, what do we have here? We have Zwei and then Book of Distortion. We have one Book of Distortion. I can't remember which is the one that we worked on. I think it might have been that one. Oh, I can't remember. I think it was maybe Walter and Isadora. Oh, I can't remember which one we did last time. I think it wasn't this one. I don't think we did this one. We didn't do the distortion. The distortion scared me. But maybe we can check it out. It has 1 act. Yeah, sure. Let's see what it's about. Oh yeah, we definitely haven't done this. Okay, Church of the Gears Oratory. Eileen. Church of Gears leader. Salutations, everyone. Let's begin the day with worship session. We have a new worshiper, unknown. What concerns have brought you here to our oratory? The city's too much. Is that an execution machine? It's gotta be. There's blood all over this gear. Okay. Everything is so dreary, and so is my life. Oh boy. I mean, I get with this city, it sounds like that could be a lot of issues for people. Same work with the same face every single day. This is too much of a callback to the real world. Don't need that, please. Feel personally attacked. Okay. Luckily, I haven't had that issue yet. Well, okay, never mind. I did have in my old job where I did have not several long days like that, but it was enough to be like where you wake up and then you go immediately to bed after work. It was awful. sure what I'm doing
돈이
anymore.
벌리는 것 같아도 달마다 빠져나가서
So
모이지가
many
않아요.
expenses and can't seem to get any richer. Ah, yeah, all right.
출근길,
Game's attacking a little too hard here.
모두 같은 표정이에요.
Don't like that. Don't appreciate it, game. Everyone I see during my commute has the same face. Commute? Mute.
우리는 왜 일하고 돈을 버는지
We are money or why we live. I feel like I've lost my goal, my purpose.
목적을 잃은 것만 같아요. 그냥 톱니바퀴예요.
Just like a cogwheel. I mean, why did you come to the Church of the Gears then? They're literally cogs.
맞아요. 정말 그래요.
Cog in the machine.
톱니바퀴 같은 삶을 살고 있어요. 이 도시에서 저란 부품이 없어져도
You know what?
그
Man,
새로운 톱니바퀴를 찾아 갈아
This isn't a little too hard because I had to make this realization within the past couple of years of being in corporate, and man, it is exactly that. I'm not trying to get too deep here, but they could easily you can easily be replaced. You guys know if you've been a long-term viewer of the channel, yeah, I recently lost my job maybe like 5-6 months ago, and I have yet since to find another job, well, at least in corporate, which I have stayed away from corporate now, and I've kind of been doing my own thing. Very fortunate opportunities have arose, but still, yeah, I really hated this realization, but at the same time, it made me realize that, I don't owe them anything. It's kind of one of those situations where I'm there to work, I'm there to make some money, and I know that, I am unfortunately replaceable. So, but like, once again, I hate to get a little deep on that, but yeah, this is just one of those things where it's something I've had to realize lately. It's, it's just one of those things, man. But getting this deep,
어디에 있는 것일까요?
you can find worth. It's just, it's not within that machine, You can find something out of it.
그 마음 이해한답니다. 도시 모두가 목적 없이 굴러다니는
Everyone
톱니바퀴
is in the
같죠.
city is like gear spinning with a purpose. Yeah, and see, that's my thing. You can, even if you work corporate, you could still find purpose. I know plenty of people that have easy opportunities outside of their corporate life. It's just making sure you have that perfect work-life balance. Know that, respect the time that you have outside of work. And then you can find, it's just one of those things.
그리고 한복판에
So,
있으면
yeah,
마모되어 가는
I recently learned that
점차.
do not make your job your purpose. Make your purpose outside of that and give what you can, and then make sure you respect your own time,
맞아요. 정말 그래요.
I feel like that. However,
꼭 톱니바퀴가 나쁜
is it necessarily
것일까요?
bad thing to be a gear?
네?
Oh, I hate the philosophy behind this because, there's some people that are okay with it. They're okay with the complacency and the comfortability that comes with it. You're there. It's important to realize that do your job, get your money, and make sure you enjoy what you enjoy outside of your work. That is what I think is important.
문제는 우리 스스로 톱니바퀴가 아니라고 부정하는 거예요.
We are indeed gears ourselves. I mean, you literally have a gear on your head.
저도 그랬답니다.
I did too once.
아버지를 잃고 방황하던 때가 있었어요.
I lost my way for a while.
아버지도 톱니와도 같은 삶을 살아오셨거든요.
He lives his life akin to a gear
매일
wheel.
같은 시간에 일어나서
Same hour, go to the same place, and come home at the same time with the
그리고
same
같은 곳에
face.
갔다가 같은 si간에 돌아오고.
I actually now think about it, I started YouTube when I was still working at that job, and I felt a lot better. I don't know what it was, but it took video games, and I don't know, it took video games, the thing I like, and then gave me a little bit more reasoning behind playing them, and playing them for you guys. So I don't know. I don't like this story. It's getting way too, philosophical for me. My father did the research on gears. His goal was to solve the same type of problems you're going through.
한 가지 물건만 보게 되면 그 물체를 담는 걸까요?
He unknowingly grew to resemble the single object he studied for so long. The wrinkles on his forehead depended as he worked. It resembled the teeth of a gear.
그렇게 아버지는 끝까지 도시에 녹이 낀 톱니인 채
He lived his whole life as a rusty gear of the city until he was murdered by someone else.
그런
저는 생각했답니다.
Came across the thought,
우리는 사실 도시의 톱니인데
maybe we really are gears that constitute the city.
우리의 존재를 부정했기 때문에 고통스러운
Our
것
suffering comes from the
아닐까.
trying to deny our own identity.
하지만 그런 삶에는
That
의미가
kind of life is
없잖아요.
pointless.
목적 없이 숨만 쉬며 하루하루 굴러갈 뿐인 톱니라니.
Okay,
그거랍니다.
exactly.
목적 없는 톱니인 것이 문제랍니다.
You see yourself as an aimless gear.
톱니가 목적이 있다는 것인가요?
예, 그럼요. 저마다
Okay.
태어난 목적에 맞게 굴러가면 되는 거랍니다.
What we need to do is find the purpose we were born with to mesh with.
당신만이 될 수 있는 톱니바퀴가 필요한 거예요.
It cannot be replaced by another.
우리는 모두
We are all gears.
톱니바퀴. 다만 어디서 어떻게 굴러가야 할지 몰라 슬퍼하는 톱니바퀴가 많을 뿐이랍니다.
There are simply so many gears in this world wallowing in sadness, for they have yet to know where and how to be.
그건 믿을 수가 없어요.
It's still hard to believe that.
여기 계신 분들을 보세요.
Take a look at all the people gathered here.
당신이 평소에 보았던 도시의 사람과 같은
Do they have the same
표정입니다.
faces as the ones you see in your everyday life? No, they all look happy.
믿어보세요.
And that, man, that's the thing. If you are happy with it, that's totally fine. Granted, I think this is a different situation because I think these guys have some ulterior motive. But, like, you know, going to a real life scenario, if you're happy in your job, it pays the bills. You could do what you love outside of your job because you get the money to do what you love, then that's fine. I think my issue stems from the fact that you give everything and you have no time for yourself, you know? I don't know. Just some thoughts.
네.
This is the only way I have.
자, 올라오세요.
I give you purpose in life you're looking for. Now this is gonna be the weird part,
삶의
isn't it?
목적을
This is the
부여해줄게요.
catch. This is the kicker.
이 의자에 앉으면
Oh,
될까요?
what is on your head? Do I sit on this chair?
네,
Kind of resembles kind of like the sweepers.
당신이 어떤 톱니바퀴일지
This
알려주는
chair will tell you
의자랍니다.
what kind of gear you are. Ah, the sorting hat.
이거-
Except it's metal.
정말 괜찮은
This is
거
really
맞죠?
safe. It looks like it's probably have to rip your head off, but that's just me. Of course it is.
어머, 당신은 생각 톱니셨어요.
A thought gear.
생각 톱니요?
Thought gear?
생각 톱니로 삶의 목적을 부여받는 분들은 굉장히 귀하답니다.
Okay.
지금 저를 도와주고 있는
They're helping
분들이죠.
me even now.
참고로 저희 아버지도 생각 톱니랍니다.
Her father was also a thought gear.
당신 머리 뒤에 있는 톱니.
Gears on the back of your head are...
아버지랍니다. 언제나 저에게 현명하게 살아가는 법을
Oh, so you're gonna be
가르쳐주시죠.
turned to this and she's gonna use...
무엇보다
Okay.
고기 톱니분들에게 생각 톱니는
Meat gears
필요한
need to
존재입니다.
keep company with at least one thought gear. What is happening?
설마 제가 말 그대로 톱니.
So you're actually gonna turn into a gear and be on someone.
아픔은 잠시예요. 무구한 충만감이
Oh, okay.
따라올 여러분. 오늘 매우 귀하고 귀하신 생각 톱니분이 새로 오셨습니다.
Goodbye.
잠깐만.
Oh, wow, yeah, that is certainly a scene.
이런 건지는 몰랐어요.
How does this... How has this happened? What is the magic behind it, I guess? Because if that's her father, what is the purpose?
톱니가 굴러가듯
As the gears turn, so does it fulfill the cycle? Yeah, okay, yeah, this is the bad example of, you know, the philosophy that we were talking about earlier. Let's not go crazy, you know?
저 사람이
That's a cult.
톱니 교단의 교주 에일린.
Full stop fixer, Tamaki. Does look interesting. So that's Aline, the cult leader of the Church of Gears.
이런저런 톱니들을
You know what kind of gears in my life, but the thought gears are new to me.
처음 듣네.
We have Steven, Leeway. This must be the ritual of theirs.
뒤통수에
And
꽂으면
Tamaki.
똑똑해진다고
They get smarter by plugging gears on the back of their heads, apparently.
아주 별
Okay.
지랄을 다 해요.
Never mind. I almost believed it for a second, and I got called out. So
자, 어디 보자.
let's see. Director Eugen from the She Association to ask us. Let's see. All right, let's see. Director Eugen from the She Association asked us to
톱니 교단 신도 10명
kill 10 worshippers of the church,
교주
neutralize its leader, and
무력화를
secure her.
시협회 이과의 유진 부장이 직접 우리 사무소에 일을 부탁하다니.
Okay.
언제까지
Personal
저
request.
광경을 보고 있어야 하는 거야. 아, 지금 바로 쏴버리면 안 돼.
So you got guns. I want guns. Can I have guns? I need to beat you guys.
기다려.
Wait for my sign. So they're doing like a covert operation.
이 얼마나 아름다운 생각 톱니인가요?
So if this is her father, I guess that's like Connecting to her brain? I
이분은
don't...
특별히 저와 함께
I'll give you the honor of accompanying me. So she should have 2 gears now? Oh, she's about to get... Oh, nope, there it is.
얼마나 행복한지 아시게 될 거랍니다.
How did you figure this out?
그래요. 처음은 힘들죠. 조금만 굴러보는 거예요.
Learning bit by bit.
다른 분들과 천천히 한 바퀴씩.
One cycle at a
바퀴씩.
time.
저희 아버지께서 분명
My
친절히
father will
도와주실
gladly...
거예요.
I don't think they're actually there anymore. I think this is some kind of crazy thing you're
그렇죠.
believing.
행복해지죠?
Okay.
저도 굉장히 기쁘네요.
I think she's insane. That's probably what this is all is.
신도 여러분, 오늘도 길 잃은 톱니 한 분이 행복의 길을 가고 있습니다. 두 팔 벌려
아하.
아버지께 감사를.
Okay.
네? 조심하라고요?
Wait, no. Surely she can't actually hear these things. Okay.
그렇죠? 무슨 일이죠, 이게?
What's going on?
톱니들이,
The poor gears.
톱니 분들이
So they only have to eliminate 10 of them?
이러지 마세요. 누구신지는 모르겠지만 제발 저희를 내버려 두세요.
Please leave us alone.
저희는 부여된 삶에 따라 행복하게 살고 싶을 뿐인데.
Sure, okay.
저 교주란 녀석. 모이를 맞추기가 힘들어.
Probably because she's... I guess the gears are actually... Okay, the gears are actually working.
본인의 의지로 피하고 있는 것 같지 않군.
Not with our own reflexes.
마치 궤적을 예측하는 것 같아.
Okay.
저 생각 톱니라는 게 미친 듯이 돌고 있어.
They're spinning like crazy. So they are actually doing something.
미치겠네. 탄환 가격이 얼만데?
타마키, 톱니가 돌아가는 패턴만
I
읽어.
think we can read the movement pattern of those gears.
가능해.
Can do. Oh, they got her. Okay. Oh, there's 3 now? Oh, was there always 3?
어깨에 빗 맞았어.
Raise her shoulder.
내가 마무리한다.
I'll finish her off. Okay. So Leeway seems to be the leader.
로지 가틀리의 탄환.
Argalia, the blue reverberation, a bullet crafted by Atelier Logic.
친구들, 없는 형편에 돈 많이 썼네.
Why? Those are some expensive bullets you have there, don't you,
푸른
friends?
사냥?
Who? Okay, this guy was in the opening. Actually, wait, no, I recognize him. He was in the opening. Okay. The blue reverberation.
당신은 아버지께서 줄곧
The person her father always talked about.
말씀하신 분이 바로
그런가 봐. 나 당신이 필요한데.
I
나와
need you
같이
right now.
올수
Would you like to?
있겠어?
Okay, why? Okay, what do you need her for? Is it the gears? Is it because her father?
그럼요. 저란 톱니는 줄곧 당신을 기다린걸요.
Uh-huh.
고마워.
안 돼.
So I'm wondering if these guys are getting invited to the library. I wonder if that's who we're...
플루토? 에일린을 돌봐주겠어?
Pluto. Who is Pluto? Are we not going to see Pluto? Nope. All right.
뭐가 어떻게 된 거야?
Why would the blue
푸른
reverberation be
자냥이 왜
here?
여기 있는 건데?
나도 몰라. 젠장. 적고를 보아하니 우리를 죽이려 들겠군.
So I'm assuming they're going to get invited to the library as a means to escape, but not actually.
실패하면 돈을 벌기는커녕 타는 값으로 다 날린다고.
I did make a guess.
봤잖아. 푸른 잔향이 탄원을 튕겨내는 거.
And he's deflecting their expensive bullets.
우리가 어떻게 해볼 수 있는 상대가 아니다. 지금은
We should run away and
이대로
survive for now.
목숨이라도
I have a
남겨야
feeling they won't be able to, and that, like I said, I think the library's going to pull them in. We're almost to the exit.
안녕 친구들.
Oh, he's got a scythe. That's cool. Can I just go ahead and have your gear? Hiya, friends. It's not what I expected him to say. Oh boy, hiya. Anyway, you can make such an adorable little quest, I wonder.
젠장. 왼쪽으로 뛰어.
Yeah, he's not gonna let them get away.
아, 이렇게 느려서야 어디 써먹을 수나 있겠어?
Wonder who he works for.
어디선가 너희를 구해줄 동아줄이라도 내려오지 않으려나?
A lifeline come down from the heavens. Well, we have someone called Angela
뭘 버려야 하나?
that should probably help you. I should drop our guns. I don't think he's gonna care.
이게 얼만데?
절대 못 버려.
언제까지고 숨어 있을 수는 없어.
Can't hide forever.
리웨이, 이거
Leeway. Leeway?
뭐야? 초대장?
An invitation. Yep. There it is. That's what I thought. All right.
질병으로 지정한 도서관인가 뭔가 하는
Heard that the
그거?
Hana designated as urban plague now. Oh, look at you all clustered together in the corner.
추위를 피해 모여 있는 귀여운 병아리들 같아.
푸른 잔향, 우리가 너의 일을 망쳤다면 사과한다.
Okay, he's trying to make amends.
여기서 본 것들, 있었던 일들 전부 잊을 테니.
I mean, you already kind of killed some
우리를
people
보내줄
and
수
shot,
있겠어?
I guess, the leader, so.
뭐? 그럼 누가 이 일을 맡긴 건지 말해줄 수 있어?
Are they gonna give him up?
줄게. 구,
몰라 리웨이. 초대장 그걸로 어떻게든 해봐.
유.
누구 팬 있어? 서명해야 하는.
Just use your blood. Just do the blood.
팬이라면 여기 침착하게 하라고. 4,
Wow. Okay, convenient then. All right, sure.
진 새끼.
빨리 다들 서명해.
3.
And they're gone.
자, 이제부터
Now the real show's only beginning. Wouldn't you agree? Who are you? All right, you're cool looking.
푸른 잔향.
The blue reverberation.
붉은 안개와 비슷한
And a similar sound. Oh, I didn't even think about that. That's a similar title as Gebra. Oh, that's cool.
맞아.
All right.
둘다 하나 협회로
Both of them are
사직을
top grade
부여받은
fixers
해결사야.
that received a color from the Oh, okay. All right.
1급 해결사. 그 이상.
HUD above grade 1. Okay, so he's above grade 1.
그렇게
Makes
대단한
sense. So he's
해결사가
similar as
벌써
Gebra.
나타났다니 신기하네.
Here's that such a capable fixer showed up early.
해결사 중에서 또라이가 많긴 하지만 그 중에서도 푸른 잔향은 특출난 또라이야.
Certified lunatic. He did kind of seem a little crazy. Kind of like the play with his food type
꽤
situation.
유명한가 봐?
Be famous.
유명하지.
Oh, he is. Certainly got
마트에
skills,
실력은 확실하거든.
even if he's bonkers.
그러네. 총알도 다 막아내고.
Okay.
그래서 다들 웬만하면 총을 안 쓰지. 한따까리 하는 놈들한테
Not actually effective against competent opponents. Fair enough.
확실히 지금까지 방문한 손님들 대부분은 총기류를 사용하지 않았어.
Okay.
비싸거든. 정말 비싸. 그래서 비효율적이고.
It's funny that they're so expensive. I wouldn't think that with all the mass production going on, I wouldn't think they're that expensive.
총도 총대로 비싸지만.
I started learning about the bullets are
불쌍한
plain
녀석들
ridiculous, like
말대로
those poor folks said.
탄환
Okay.
가격이 장난 아니야.
Huh.
탄원 제작에 들어가는 비용이 꽤 드나
Must be
보네.
quite costly.
물론 그것도 있지. 하지만 제일 말도 안 되는 건 머리에서
The
총기류에
tax
책정한
the
세금이야.
head levy. Okay, so the head taxed them
총의
to
종류마다
hell and back,
다르겠지만
basically.
보통 탄창 2개의 값과 쓸만한 총의 가격이 비슷해.
Wow. It's kind of wild that 2 full magazines cost as much as a gun.
사무소 단위로
Dang.
쓸 탄환을 구비해 두는 것보다 사무소 전원에게 강화 시술을 해주는 게 더 싸게 먹힐 거야.
Wow. That's kind of hard to believe, but man, that's an interesting kind of economy for the guns there.
탄환을 제작하는 공방도 찾아보기 힘들고.
outweighs the benefit by a metric ton.
심지어 취득하기 까다롭다고 소문난 총기를
And if we have, they can have the licenses, makes sense.
만들 수 있으니까.
이유가 뭐라고 생각해?
I want to know that.
짐작이지만 쉽게 죽일 수 없도록 하는 것 같아.
I mean, I guess that's fair. Ranged weapons. I mean, yeah,
무엇을?
yeah. Killing what?
사람을?
People in general. Yeah, I mean, that makes
그런
sense.
배려가 있을 줄이야.
Be humanitarians.
아.
Okay.
당연히 머리와 이 도시가 사람의 생명을 중요시한다는 건 아니야. 사람이 사람을 시시하게 죽여선 안
Philosophy
된다는
that the
철학.
process of human killing another shouldn't be trivial or insignificant. I guess the guns make it too easy.
웃기네.
Okay. That's
총이
interesting
안
logic there.
사람을 죽이는 것은 얼마든지 시시할 수 있는데.
Okay.
뭐 그렇지.
You're all right there. Of course, we have them.
오지는 않네.
He's not following us in here because he probably can't.
누군가의
Even.
손바닥 위에 보기 좋게 놀아나고 있는 느낌이군.
Some omniscient person is toying with
푸른
us.
찬양은 모든 걸 아는 것 같았어.
Seem like I do everything.
당장 목숨이라도 부지한 게 다행이라고 생각할 수밖에.
스테판,
Where's Angela?
너무 긴장하지 마.
Don't get too nervous.
어떻게 긴장을 안 하냐고. 기껏 도망쳐 온 곳이
They do know of the library.
도서관인데 우리 탄환도 얼마 남지 않은 거 알지?
Oh, that's very beneficial for me.
여기서 죽든 아까 푸른 잔향한테 죽든 마찬가지야.
You never know, but you're probably right.
그럼 당연히 좀 더 나중에 죽는 걸 선택해야지.
Delay our deaths as much as possible.
어차피 인간은 언젠가 다 죽는데 그냥 지금 죽자는 거랑 뭐가 달라?
Okay.
그건 또
걱정 마. 내가 잘 해볼게.
Is Tamaki the leader or is he the leader? I think he's the leader.
환영합니다, 손님.
There's Angel, of course.
안녕하세요. 곧 죽어서 당신의 책이 될
I like this guy. He's just like, yeah, I'm accepting it, man. Hello, I'm Steven, soon to be dead and shelved into your bookcase. I like that line. That's fun.
이 손님은 기운이 없으시네요. 책이 될지 책을 얻으실지는 손님에게 달려 있답니다.
Okay. I mean, she lays it out fairly for him.
예. 힘찬 응원 고맙습니다.
Okay.
너 때문에 분위기 다
Ruining
처지게
our mood.
생겼잖아.
He literally hasn't said anything, really.
신경 쓰지 않으셔도 됩니다.
We're in a bit of a hurry.
저희가 지금 급하게 저희는 볼 일만 보고 돌아가겠습니다.
이해합니다. 다양한 손님들이 각자의 사정을 안고 오는 곳이니까요. 더 무례하신 분들도 계셨으니 걱정 마시길 바랍니다.
I mean, yeah, I guess that's fair. She's actually smiling, like, oh, thanks for being at least polite. But please do not worry about your attitude.
푸른 잔향이나 이 녀석이나 둘 다 싸한 건 마찬가지인 것
Oh, don't say that.
같은데.
You're gonna sour her
차라리
mood.
아까 깔끔하게 푸른 잔향에게 죽는 게 나았을 수도 있겠어.
조잘조잘 앵무새 새끼도 아니고 얼른
Get
들어가기나 해.
inside already. Okay.
성질 급하기는.
부디 당신의
And there it is.
책을
Hey, at least
찾으실
she's
수 있기를.
smiling. She actually is like, thanks for being polite. Thank you for not coming in here and being a jerk. All right. So we have Steven, Liwei, and Tamaki. But guys, unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to call this episode here. We're about an hour and 20 minutes into the recording. I don't know how long this is going to be for you guys. But I at least want to get some story in today and not just have it to be the general reception. So we did get some fights in. And I do appreciate all the feedback you guys provide me. If you have any more feedback, I would greatly appreciate it as we go into the next one, because we are probably gonna get into some harder fights, and I want to try to get these builds a little bit more cleaned up. Like Bong Bong is, very, very strong now. We want to do this for a lot more of our employees, or not employees. I'm thinking Lobotomy Corp, but for library. So yeah, I think I want to do some more of those general receptions. It seemed like the reception for the 3 pages is really, really good for discard, which I believe you guys mentioned, so I want to try to get that and get some discard going. But we can have another person do Jacon's page, and we get some more bleed builds going, and we can try and go for that. But otherwise, guys, I greatly appreciate the support you guys have put into this series so far. It really does mean a lot to me. And as a reminder, like and comment to you guys and know the drill on that. But hope you guys have a great rest of your day, wherever you may be. As always, thank you for spending some of your time here, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.